Hello everyone, welcome. Welcome to US Arts and Design, and my name is Miss Monica, and here today we are going to be drawing a butterfly, but it's going to be a specific butterfly, and it's a butterfly that comes out of this chrysalis. All different species of butterflies are different, and this specific chrysalis, caterpillar, and butterfly comes from the common rue plant. If you guys know about that, it has a very strong sense of smell, and it has like these yellow little flowers that comes out of it. And the smell attracts these specific butterflies, and they lay their eggs on it. And I have one outside my garden, and I first saw them lay their eggs. I saw the little caterpillars growing and eating the plants, and I was fascinated by them. So I would keep them inside a little container in a jar, and I would help them not get killed by parasites, by spiders, by different bugs, and I make sure that they're able to finish their cycle and transform into a butterfly and to early to mid-spring. So join me that we're going to draw this butterfly here today, and I will tell you at the end of the drawing what kind of butterfly this is. And if you know, kudos to you. It's very beautiful, very nice neutral brown colors. All right, so join me. Hello everyone, thank you again for joining. So here we are in the middle of my paper. I'm just going to draw with the Sharpie, just so you guys can see it clearly. And what we're going to do now is we're going to draw a circle, size small circle in the middle of your paper, like this. You don't want to start your circle too high or too low or too big. So just kind of around that same size would be a good start for just ahead of the butterfly. And we're going to draw two small circles on each side. And these will be known as the compound eyes, meaning there are thousands of different lenses with each eye. So kind of give an idea that there's multiple lenses on each eye, so they're known as compound eyes. Then you would have just a little bit peak for their mouth. And these butterflies have two antennas, and they're used for their senses of taste. And then they have like a little oval shape for taste and smell. And they are also to help the butterflies with balance and orientation, like if they get picked up by the wind or something, they can place themselves back in order. So the next part of the body of the butterfly, so we did the head, the compound eyes, and the antenna, and the mouth. We're going to do what's called the thorax. The thorax is going to be the second part of the body, and it contains the muscles and muscles that power the wings. And it's usually furry, so we're just kind of draw patterns of like little zigzags. It's a little fluffy, right? A little spiky. Just make it kind of fur texture. Kind of maybe add these patterns. Kind of give it a sense of like fur. You might want to create more of this right near the head to kind of give it more of the shadows, right? And just on the edge, very gently, just kind of a little swoosh, 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 swoosh sound to it, right? And I'm just going to do more shadows, more of these lines here on the right side, only because my light source is already on the left. So I still have some light, and then a few on the right. Just very gently, small little marks. Kind of have that sense. Okay. And then now, the third part of the butterfly is the abdomen. The abdomen contains the main organs like the digestion and the breathing. And I believe there's 10 of them, but we can do them. I like to draw them one by one. See how there's like the letter U? And you start again from the left, straight line down, across, and then right. We can do, let's do 3, 4. They're gonna get smaller at the end. We'll just do that many. We'll do 8, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then now we're gonna do the forewings. The forewings are the beautiful part of the shape of, kind of like a triangle. Or no, it has 4 sides. So let's start with the top part of the thorax. We're going to draw kind of a straight line towards the right. And then it curves. We can end it there. Uh-oh, didn't see it. Let me move the camera a little bit better. All right, and then now maybe let's start where the end of the thorax, the spikes, I'll start my line. Just draw like a right line, straight line towards going the right. So we know the width of the wing, like where to stop. So from here, maybe I'll have my finger, I'm gonna visually see it. Trace with my finger, I'm gonna go here and then straight here. So maybe curve it here. I'll put my finger here as a placement. So now I'm going to curve my wing. It's down and then it curves back and then start connecting it to that line, that indication mark that I left. And that's my first right forewing. Now I'm going to do the left side. Again, they're very symmetrical. Insects are very symmetrical beings, or not beings, but insects. So I am going to do a little mark here to kind of indicate where the other wing would begin and do another indication here. Bloop. Then maybe what I can do as well, if I want to free draw all of this, I can mark using the size of my pen, like maybe from here to here. So what I did is I measured my pen from the left side here and I used my finger. All right, so that my fingernails ends with a line there, and I can do the same thing. Put my fingernails on the left side of the butterfly, so my width of the wing should be around this size. So I can just do a small little indication so I know I'm not going to draw it too big or too small, just like a small little tip. Same thing, I can eyeball it very quickly. Maybe this will be the tip, like a little curve. Oh, did not do that. Like a little curve of the wing. So now I kind of made these little marks to help me start drawing the wing. So right here I can just connect it from this line all the way to here. I like to make sounds when I'm drawing, it helps me. And not all wings can be perfect. And then it curves here and then down like that. So maybe you can go from here. See how I kind of connect it? Or not. Maybe this wing turned out a little bit big. Curves. All right, well, those are my wings. I think my left one turned out to be a little bit bigger than my right. And then I'll do the bottom left wing. Let's see. Just for really quick, just because I know I'm using markers. You guys can use pencil markers, whatever you like. I'm just going to very quickly draw a light with the pencil, a light drawing of the shape. So I have an idea of where to draw the bottom part of the wing. the hind wing. And I'm just lightly sketching because this gives me an idea of where to draw these next lines. So with a pencil, you can go ahead and draw, so you can go ahead and just draw very lightly the simple shape, the light sketch, and then I'm gonna go in and draw this part of the wing, which would be, I'm gonna add another shape right here really quick, just so I know. And then I'm gonna go from here and just kind of squiggly lines and then kind of pointy, kind of round. It's a little bit fat here. Come in again. Just kind of going in swirls, and then it ends kind of straighter towards the top there. So what we did on the left, we're going to do it on the right. And I'm just going to start again from the outside going inwards. So kind of squiggly lines. And then they come out here a little bit fatter in the tip. And then they kind of get skinny. And then kind of squiggly lines again, and then straighter line to end it. So now the fun part comes when we're going to draw the inside patterns of this butterfly. You can do two things right here. You can continue on the step-by-step on finishing this specific butterfly, or you can create your own pattern butterflies. What kind of butterflies would you like to see in your drawing or out in nature? And you can have fun with the colors, the patterns, the shapes of it. So this was just one form or one idea of how to draw the basic outline of this butterfly. But I'm going to continue with the specific butterfly that we were talking about for the chrysalis. So for this specific one, I am going to draw, I'll start from here, and I'm just going to do this little outline shape on both sides. And then I'll start from the top part here. Just going to go all the way down. And the same part for here on the other side. Just kind of outline it all the way down. From this corner here a little bit, or I'll start from the top. So not all the way from the top of this line that I just created, maybe 1/4 of it or so. So you can start just kind of this oval shape. You do that there. Butterflies are so fun to draw. I love them, love them, love them. So that could be one start there. Another one, another easy step that we can do, we can, from here, just kind of draw like the letter U's going sideways all the way towards the end. So it would be something like this. See, or the letter C perhaps. Kind of end it there as well too. Same thing for here. Start from, did a little bit different on this one. I'm going to create another one. Just, this one's going to have one oval shape here and one oval shape here. And then from here, I'm going to draw the letter C, but a backwards C now this time. Kind of end it there. So we'll do it like that. And from here, we're going to draw, perhaps within each of these little bubbles, like little sections, we're going to draw kind of like these little organic shapes. For each one. This straighter line, this is more kind of cricket. And now we can draw like the veins of the butterfly. You can draw one kind of going in here. Just kind of connect it to these little sections that we drew. They're not straight lines, they're kind of like wiggly. Wiggly, 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 wiggly. Uh-oh, I think I did more than another one on this one. I'm gonna kind of continue that little U's or the C's, the backwards C's. I'm gonna do it from here. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How about that? Kind of repeat it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then from here, we'll draw a straight line. Kind of a straight line, and then another kind of big shape that way, and we do it on the other side. And then from here, you can kind of connect it to each one of these. With each one of these little, these little outlines, we're going to do a white or little shape this way. So where it's like more, it comes out that way, that's where you're going to draw these kind of half moons. All right, kind of double checked all of them. We'll draw another few, we can draw a few patterns kind of going the same. I'll draw 4. Then this one right here would be big one. 4. Then these have, let's do kind of fill them out. All right, and this right here, these are very specific patterns. From here, I am going to go all the way here, draw a line, kind of going down across your whole butterfly. It gets fatter and then gets a little bit skinny when you're going down. So try to do that same pattern on the other side, and notice where it ends as well. So it's probably going to end here, start from here. And then start from here, kind of go out. See how it's kind of like stripes kind of going down? Well, I'm going to color it all black, the specific one right here. And then I'll do a second one. So I started this one on the bottom of this line. On the second one that I'm going to do this second stripe, I'm going to start on the top. So it's going to go from here to here to here. Third one. And then the fourth one. Let's start from here. And just with this specifically, I am going to color it black. You can go ahead and use any color medium or any materials that you want to use to color. So for this specific one, I'm going to use my black Sharpie. Now, can you guys guess what kind of butterfly this is? Do you guys know the name of it? If you don't, maybe the colors will give you a hint. So just have fun here coloring. Take your time. Seems like we all have a lot of times in our hands now, which is good. I think time to kind of reflect a bit. There's a lot happening in the world. So it's time to kind of, you know, shelter ourselves in, right? Same as what the butterflies do in nature. The caterpillars at first, and then what happens? They eat a lot. So maybe we're probably eating a lot ourselves right now too, always being stuck at home. And then after they're done eating, oh, you know what? I didn't realize. Kind of want to give this a shadow too. So just kind of on the right side, we'll just give this body part shadow. The rest would be more solid colors here. And then right at the bottom here, a few lines here. So a few lines here. So again, my light source is coming from the left, so there's more light and more shadows on the right. So that's why it's a little bit darker on the right, more lines on the right. I need a new Sharpie because this one's already getting dull. It's already like flattening out. And I don't have a thinner one. I have other markers that has a thinner point, like something like that. You might want to use a skinnier marker or thinner one, but I'm planning to experiment with this and use water with another specific marker, so that marker will bleed. The Sharpie ones doesn't. So these are pretty cool to, if you want to use watercolors or use some kind of water medium, this is a good one to use for outlining, and it won't smear your drawings. All right, now that I did that, go back to coloring. I think I'm only going to color the stripes on this specific. I'm going to finish here on this butterfly, and then I'll use my other marker for the black part. So you see the reason why I was doing these lines? I was just doing that so you can see what was happening. So let me just finish drawing this, and then I will color that part. So I did the first one. The second one will be here. So remember, it goes on the top of the line. Probably ends to here. To here. Third one. Oops. Almost messed up. Third one goes at the bottom, actually. We'll fix that. And the third one will go from here. We'll be on. Oh, I did mine on the top again. From here to here. So coloring is very meditating. I have some students that have trouble coloring, where you want to make sure when you color solid. There's no white space. Just kind of, you can just start from the left and then slowly move to the right, and then just kind of go again on the top and the left. And you want to kind of keep it in the same directions if possible. With marker, you can't really tell, but sometimes if you're doing with color pencils or especially crayons, something of that format where you can see more of the lines, the direction of your coloring, you want to stick to the same direction. I think with markers you can tell too, but I'm using black, so it's the same, you can't tell. Then this part here, this is bugging me. So if this happens, I am going to just maybe outline this shape here, the top part of this butterfly. See, and whatever I do on one side, I must do it to the other. So I'm just gonna start it from here. Just kind of draw a very thin outline. And voila, right? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Yeah, my Sharpie's kind of running out, so I think I will switch it to color some other parts black on this butterfly. How is yours coming along? Hopefully I didn't go fast. I don't think I did. Oh wait. Oh, so back to my metaphor on us kind of being the same as the butterfly. They eat and then they transform into a chrysalis, correct? And they kind of camouflage themselves with nature, and then they wait a while, like we all have to wait. Sometimes they turn into butterflies for 2 weeks, or sometimes they wait until 3 months, 4 months, or even longer. Depending on the weather. For us, is depending on the virus, depending how things can get cleared up for us to be out in public without any worries, correct? All right, so I'm going to continue coloring this black here with this specific Sharpie. And it would be like this. I'm going to give this one an outline. Now I'm going to do on the left side as well, color it in the same way that I did on my right side. Now for the fun part, we are going to color our butterfly. Now after all of these patterns, can you guess what kind of butterfly this is? Well, the answer is it's a swallowtail butterfly. I think in some game that I've heard, it's also called a tiger butterfly. Can you guess why it's also called a tiger butterfly? That's correct. These little stripes here on this butterfly on the wings. Also because perhaps it's also the colors. I'm going to use two different things. I'm going to use a black color pencil for the thorax and the abdomen part of the head of the butterfly and the antennas. So the middle part, it's also black, but I am just going to color it with a color pencil because if I use a marker or something harsh or dark, it's going to lose these details, and I don't want to lose those details. So I'm going to use it with a black color pencil, a Prismacolor one, but you can use any color pencils or crayons would work as well. And then for the wings, I'm going to use just 3 colors. I'm going to use the yellow, and I'm going to use these markers, Tombow markers. And they're pretty cool because they have like a bit of a brush stroke or just like a fine tip at the end. But I'm going to use yellow, blue, kind of like this kind of turquoise blue color, and a red. And here we go, boys and girls. Here we have a swallowtail butterfly. Right, and that's it. And that's how we make our swallowtail butterfly. I hope you enjoyed this video, this tutorial, and I miss all of my students. I can't wait until this is all over so I can be there physically teaching you guys. I miss being in the studio, in the class, but also we just gotta have time, just gotta wait. Because like what happens, something magical is gonna happen. Even though something is very sad that we have to be home, we have to take care of our health and each other's health. But just like this chrysalis, something beautiful is gonna come out. We just have to be patient, okay? So don't lose focus on why we are staying home. But I hope you're able to be productive and continue practicing your skills. Draw every day. If you can just go outside if you have any plants, a small little garden, or have an indoor plant, start from nature, and just draw things around your house. What can you create? So just practice things, those little things every day. But I hope you enjoyed the drawing and continue to keep an eye out on US Arts and Design, Instagram or Facebook, or all the different digital media platforms for us, for the different teachers to continue doing different tutorials. All right, please have a beautiful day, enjoy, and see you next time. Bye.